Hello everyone, welcome to Andrew's Quest. Thanks for watching. Today, before I start, I want to say something that actually just happened and made me feel really great. I just finished the sixth attempt of my previous video, which was about the week status report update, whatever. And I was getting flustered because it's like, oh my god, like, just whatever. So I wasn't losing faith or whatever, but it was just, anyway. So my phone's on silent. I use my phone to film, and in between takes or in between, like, I'm using that one. So just in between, I check if I got any messages or whatever. And one of my friends, he's a really good friend of mine. I'm not gonna say who it is. He knows who he is. I didn't know I didn't know that he even saw my videos. I haven't really told anybody about this directly. I got a text from him. Oh, I just watched, I don't know, whatever video, like the most recent one that's published at this point. Keep up the good work, man. I love your videos. That's like, that's more than gold. You know, like, and we're, you know, I'm getting really raw right now. Thanks, man. You know who you are. Anyway, that's important. I was talking about I don't care what people think, and I don't care what people think, but hearing someone just say, like, keep up the good work, like, I just saw your video. He didn't have to do that. He didn't have to say anything. You have to text me. Usually we, like, make fun of each other, if anything, jokingly, of course, but, you know, it's just, that's, you know, it's great. So, that's that. Thank you. You know who you are. You're great. You're awesome. Anyway. So, that is success right there. That's more than gold. More than money. People showing, like, appreciation. People, like, some people learning, let's say. Anyway. On the topic of learning, I'm reaching over for today's topic, which is a book. And instead of doing the traditional book review, this is a book that I'm actually reading and have been reading, right? Like as I've started the channel, which is called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Steven Covey, sorry. And I don't know how to make this look proper. I'm really sorry that it's backwards. I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll actually get a real camera someday. So the reason that I don't want to do the whole book as the review of the whole book the whole book as a whole is, I'll put it to you this way. I've tried to do just a chapter 1, not even the first real chapter, like the intro chapter. I tried to review that and it took me 20 minutes. Because this book has so much depth and it's so important that it needs to be, like, really, really broken down. And on top of that, it's as I'm reading it too, right? So I feel even other books, I've read most of the other books I'll be doing until I've reread all the books I've read, then I'll start new books again. If that makes sense. This is a new book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. After this book, I will go back to the books I've already read and do the same process, but maybe I'll chunk things together. It just really all depends. So, already 4 minutes. 2 minutes was a thank you, fine. The reason this video, in fact, is going to be part 1 of 2 of one chapter. Because there are 2 very, very, very important topics in that chapter that are really like the foundation of personal growth. And I need to seriously get the point across properly. And I don't like, I don't want my videos to be 20 minutes long in general, especially when I'm talking about a book. So if it's like, focus, man, focus. I don't want to ramble on for 20 minutes where, like, if I'm talking about one topic, I can do one and then another one. Anyway. So, I don't know why I'm grabbing this paper. The reason that this book is so important is from the first chapter specifically, It's an intro chapter. It's not even one of the 7 habits. Okay? I don't know why I'm going through the book, because I already know what I want to talk about. The first chapter is called Inside Out. And what does that mean? It means to truly grow personally and develop personally, you need to start from the inside first, then work outside. And I'll explain that in a second. I want to just backtrack one thing. This book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, if you haven't read any personal growth, or if you were looking for another book, this is the book to start. This is the book to get you started, in my opinion. And you'll see why again. The reason that book is so important is it focuses on inside out. So, to explain why inside out is important, it talks about 2 things. The first being character ethic, the second being personality ethic. Okay? So, I'll explain the personality ethic first, which is what this book does not talk about, which is what you shouldn't be focusing on first. But I'll explain it first so you understand. Personality ethic is what most self-help and most personal development and most motivational things have focused on recently. In the past 50 years, the trend has focused more on that. What does that mean? What is personality ethic? Personality ethic is this. It is your skills, it's your techniques, it's your outside, it's the out of the inside out, is the out. It is what they refer to in the book, they call it the band-aids, the quick fixes. None of these will be effective unless the inside is working first. They will be effective once the inside is working, then the outside can be developed. To give an analogy, so character ethic, by the way, before I go forward, character ethic is obviously not that stuff. It's the inside, it's your core, it's your beliefs, it's your perspective on things. It's that which you control in yourself and your reactions. I'll get to that. So now to give an analogy, sorry, I lost my train of thought. To give an analogy, there's personal ethic, there's character ethic, foundation, and then whatever, fluff, let's call it. I played soccer. I hope to play again one day. But anyway, I'm going to use an analogy from soccer. This applies to most sports, so most people can relate to it. Character ethic would be your strength and your conditioning and the strategy, learning the strategy of the game, that kind of stuff. You run laps for hours and hours and hours so you can build up endurance to run in a soccer game. Example. Then personality ethic in terms of soccer, as one example would be, is taking your shot on net, or like your little stupid skills, like dribbling the ball, or things of that nature, the flair, the fluff, the highlight reel stuff. Here's the thing. Here's the analogy in its entirety, okay? If a soccer player only ever learned how to take a shot on net, or just dribble the ball, but I like using the shot on net example a little bit better. If they only know how to take a shot on net, and they cannot run, not that they physically cannot run, but they cannot run for like a full, they run out of energy, they get gassed, so to speak, after 2 minutes, and a soccer game's 90 minutes long. They've never trained cardio, they've never ran laps. Is that person who trained that shot an effective soccer player? This is my pen of pointness. I don't even know what that means. Is the person who only trained on taking a shot on net going to be an effective soccer player if they can't run? No. The answer is no. Maybe they will score a goal. Maybe once. If they can't even get to the frickin' spot where they need to take the shot in the first place, while 4 defenders are just towering over them, yeah. Soccer is a very, very dynamic and strategic and team-oriented game, but the point is, you're not going to score. If you do, who cares? Because then you're useless. Soccer's an 11-man game. If you're one that can't run, you're just putting your team at a huge disadvantage. 11 with the goalie. So, what should that player do? Obviously, run laps, get their leg strength built up, conditioning training. Learn the strategy of where to be to when to take that shot. Now, with that shot practiced and the ability to get in the situation to take that shot, boom, magic happens. So why is everyone focusing on personality ethic if it's so important to focus on character ethic? Much like soccer, who the hell wants to run laps? Who watches soccer and thinks, you know what, that guy runs laps? Those laps, why don't they show that? That's the highlight reel. It's not glamorous, that's the point, right? So, it's not that it's not important, it's just not glamorous. And this is a more difficult, I gave you a physical analogy, a physical example. Think about with your mindset, things that have been ingrained in your brain for your whole life. That's the kind of shifts that you need to make, which I will talk about in the next video. I think that's it. So basically, that's the foundation. This book is inside out. This book focuses on your character ethic, which is the foundation, which is the inside out. Personality ethic, let me reiterate, is important once and only once you have mastered the character ethic. Maybe you can brush up on things, but focus on inside first. This includes, by the way, personality ethic includes sales skills, social skills, influence, positive thinking. This is something that I didn't realize was a personality ethic. Because if you're not actually positive and you think positive, are you really positive? No. So if you're lying to yourself, essentially, then it just falls apart. So that's why it's the foundation, it's the strength, it's the core, character ethic. I said my point. I think I beat it to death a little bit, but I hope you guys get it. So, that being said, a little bit longer than I wanted to, but thanks for the one person who texted me. You know who you are. You're awesome. You're very likely going to see this video. And this is part 1 of Inside Out, by the way. I will also make a part 2 explaining the other half, or what it transitions into. So thanks for watching. Let's continue to grow together, and you guys have a great day. Thanks. Bye.